Good morning, student. Yesterday I taught you about transport of oxygen and transport of carbon dioxide. Today I am going to teach you about transportation. What is transportation? The substances absorbed, that will water, or synthesized food materials in leaves in one part of the body are transported to other part of the body. You all know about it. Transport in organism is a life process. In animals, transport of substances is done by the circulatory system, while in plants it is done by a special tissue called conducting tissues. Today I am going to teach you about transportation in plant. See, transport of material in plant. Plants are less active than that of animals. Plant cannot move around like animals. Therefore, plants have low energy needs as compared to animals, and their cells do not need a very ready supply of material constantly. Transport system in plant is less elaborate as compared to animals, and hence is much slower. Carbon dioxide and oxygen, are easily taken up by all the surface of plants and thus need not be transported. However, a transport system is required to transport food prepared in leaves and to various part of plant body, root and stem, and carry raw materials like water and minerals from root to the leaves. Okay? See, there are two kinds of transportation in plant. Number one, transport of water and minerals from soil to leaves. And second, transport of food material from leaf to other part of the plant. Okay? See, these two pathways are constructed as independently organized conducting tube. That conducting tube is known as xylem and phloem. The xylem tissue carry water and minerals from soil to various parts of the plant, plant body, especially leaf for photosynthesis. Whereas, the phloem tissue carry food material which are product of photosynthesis from leaf to other part of the plant. They also carry hormones prepared by plant in their root and shoot, tips to various other parts. Okay. Now we will describe both type of transport system in detail. First, transport of water and minerals in plants. First, the xylem tissue transport water and mineral from the soil to leaves for photosynthesis. Vessels and tracheids of xylem tissue in root stem and leaves are interconnected to form a continuous system of water conducting channel, reaching all part of the plant. These tubes carry water and minerals to all part of the plant. Plant absorb water and mineral from the soil by roots and transport them to various parts of the plant like stem, leaves and flowers. The root of a plant have root hair which absorb water and mineral from the soil. Each root hair is a single cell structure. Its cell membrane is continuous with that of epidermal cell, from which it arises. The root hair are directly in contact with the film of water that is present in between the soil particles. Minerals such as nitrate, phosphate, chloride, sulfate, etc. are dissolved in water. Water is absorbed. Water absorbed by osmosis, and minerals are absorbed by as ion by active transport. A difference in the concentration of ion between the root and the soil is created the water from that created when this creation appear. The water from the soil diffuses into the root. Here the water and dissolved mineral absorbed by the root hair from the soil pass from the cell to cell osmosis through the root cortex, endodermis, and reaches the root xylem. Next, they enter the interconnected xylem in the stem, which carries the water through the petals into the leaves. This means that there are steady, movement of water into root xylem, creating a column of water that is steadily pushed upward. However, this pressure is not strong enough, and to transport water and mineral to big height of a tree, there is another phenomena in plants that help them to transport water to their various parts at a various height, and that phenomena, I hope you know, is known as transpiration. Okay, I hope you understand about transport of water and minerals in plant, and that phenomena which help in water supply and height. To demonstrate that phenomena means transpiration. See, take a healthy potted leaf, cover its leaf by a plastic sheet. Place the plant in the bright sunshine for an hour or so, and you will observe it. After observation, what you will observe? You will observe droplets of water on inner surface of plastic sheet. You know what can you conclude from this activity? This shows that water is lost by leaves through stomata as a result of transpiration. Okay. Thanks for today. Tomorrow I shall teach you about it. Today's homework you will write about transport of water and minerals in plant.